we're live here at Madison Square Garden in New York City, where legends were born, and the first ever WrestleMania in 1985 took place here. This is Survivor Series War Games. 2 teams will enter the ring. 1 team will be declared the victor, Ben exclaimed. And now, Monty said, the moment you've all been waiting for, the main event, an 8-man hardcore battle. Making their way down to the ring, a faction who needs no introduction, the Brotherhood. First, their leader, the Reverend. Music hit the loudspeaker as the Reverend stepped through the curtain. Fans booed around the arena. And here comes the sun, Isaiah said. There's a reputation I wouldn't want, Ben added. Following the Rev, Monty started. Vindicator. Vindicator stepped through the curtain. He made his way up the stairs onto the ring apron. The light shone on the ceramic mask that he wore, revealing more cracks. Here comes the most detestable creature in the WWE universe, Ben said. Wonder if he's burned any more houses down lately, Isaiah questioned. Well, you'd have to ask him, Ben answered. Thanks, but I'm good, Isaiah said. Next, Monty said, the Bishop. Well, Isaiah said. Looks like the sentence was cut short. That, or he broke out, Ben said. True, Isaiah said. This man shouldn't be allowed near a ring after the crap he pulled. And now number 4 and the newest member of the Brotherhood, Monty said. Raven. Dressed in a tight black costume and wings, Raven flew down to land in the ring. She turned toward the crowd, eyes glowing a dark purple. This is a shame, Ben said. Who'd have thought that the beads of the tribal chief would be put to use in such a way? In the ring, Raven folded in her wings. And finally, Monty began. Here comes the silent one, Ray Parker. Has anyone ever spoke to this man before? Isaiah asked. I tried too, Ben said. Can't even hold a conversation about what he had for lunch. The Brotherhood stood in a line in the center of the ring, facing the entrance ramp. And their opponents, Monty said. Here he is, Dangerous Duncan. Down by the ring, the barricade shatters as Duncan stepped through it. He coiled his weapon as he glanced up the stairs, locking eyes with Raven. He climbed the stairs, stepping into the ring. And the final entrant, Monty started. The hero of the wild, Link. Link stepped through the curtain. He descended to the bottom of the stairs, then paused, drawing his blade from his back. He raised it as it glowed, and lightning flashed across the screens. He climbed the stairs, passing the sword off to a cameraman. Hold this for me, he said, stepping into the ring. He glanced across the ring to Duncan, nodding sharply. Duncan's eyes remained locked on Raven. So, they call you Raven now, huh? He said. Do you even remember me anymore? He stepped closer as she continued staring at him. He held out a pair of pressed leaves. Does this bring anything back? He asked. After a moment, she knocked his hand away, crushing the leaves under her boot. Distracted, Duncan didn't catch her movement until her fist landed square on his jaw. He recoiled, spitting blood onto the floor. He glanced across to Link. All right, he said. Bring in the big guns. Link glanced toward the cameraman he'd passed his sword to. The guy came forward, handing Link a pet carrier. Link opened it, lifting a mostly white cat from it, turning to the center as he slowly walked toward Raven. Olivia? He called. He now stood beside Duncan, who was rubbing his jaw. So the leaves didn't do shit, he said. How about Cookie here? I seem to remember you fought like hell after I pulled you from your home, demanding I go back for your cat. She stared at Link for a moment, then looked at the cat. Could it be? She thought. It looked just like Cookie from the black spots on her back, green eyes, and the white tip on the tail. Link caught a brief flash of recognition in her eyes. Yes, he thought. That actually worked. She stepped forward, reaching out to the cat, who purred when she touched it. The purple glow faded from her eyes, returning to their normal blue-green. She glanced up at him. Link, she started. What happened? Long story. Duncan said. She noticed the brotherhood. Her eyes widened. I was, she started. She glanced back to Link and Duncan, teary-eyed now. Link rested a hand on her shoulder. No time for that now, princess, he said. We've got a match on our hands. Can you fight? She glanced back at the brotherhood, noticing the beads the Rev held. She started. You did this to me. She nodded to Link. Happily, she said, but first I'm going to slip into something a bit more comfortable. She turned toward the crowd. Flames erupted around her. Link and Duncan recoiled. The fire dissipated quickly. She now wore a red and gold costume with glittery accents. The crowd roared. Duncan smiled slightly. This mean you're back? He asked. This means I'm sorry, she said. And yeah, I'm back. Link smiled to himself as she stepped in line between them. Bishop stepped forward. You still have no hope, he said. You're outnumbered and outclassed. You may retreat with no dishonor. Link stepped forward, ready to say something, just as a familiar song hit the loudspeakers. Link's head snapped around. I know that song, he said. A figure in a long coat with red, gold, and blue stepped through the curtain. Link grinned. What is it, Link? Phoenix asked. He glanced back to Bishop. Outnumbered, huh, he said. Not for long. The crowd erupted. Is that? Isaiah started. It is, Ben said. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the final member for the Battle Royal, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Monty announced. Cody ducked through the ropes. Cody, you son of a bitch, Link said. Cody whistled. Kiss your mother with that mouth, he asked. Link just grinned. Cody turned, focusing on Ray Parker. Ray Parker, he said. Man enough to take my sight, but not man enough to make me tap. Looks like a lot of bad blood between these two groups, Ben said. Sure does, Isaiah said. This is fixin' to get nasty. Slowly, the crowd began to chant, Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Link glanced up toward Monty. You heard the people, he said. Let's do the damn thing. Phoenix triggered her pack, delivering a flying kick that laid the Rev out. She stalked toward him, folding in her wings as fights broke out around the ring. She gestured to Cody, who was heading straight for Ray Parker. He may be the American Nightmare, she said, but I am your worst nightmare. Across the ring, Cody lunged toward Parker, attempting a cutter only for Parker to grab the ropes. Wait, what's Parker doing? Ben asked. What? Isaiah said in surprise. 619 to the American Nightmare. Believe they call that gimmick infringement. God, I'll say, Ben said. Uh-oh, Isaiah said. Rhodes looks pissed, using the ropes behind him to his advantage. Disaster kick to Ray Parker, Ben interrupted. Parker's down. Rhodes is stalking this man. Goes for the cover, but Ray tripping him up with the leg scissors. In the ring, Cody planted one hand on the mat, flipping up into a cartwheel to avoid landing in whatever trap Ray was going for. He landed in a crouch, body coiled up like a spring. Not sure what Rhodes thinks he's doing, Ben said. Ray's getting up. Cody cutter, Isaiah called. He knew exactly what he was doing. Link faced Bishop. He raised a hand slightly, beckoning his opponent, taunting him. Bishop charged, going for a spear, which Link dodged by leaping backward to the first rope. Link dodges the spear, Isaiah said. What's he looking for? There it is, Ben said. Sweet chin music to the Bishop. Phoenix dodged an attack by the Rev, landing on the top of the steel steps. What's she doing up there? Ben said. The Rev's on the top rope. She better watch herself, Isaiah said. She's fighting well above her weight. This bird flies, Ben said. He's in her cage now. Speaking of flying, Isaiah said, here she goes, attempts to drag the Rev down, but he reverses it. Superplex, Ben interrupted. Phoenix lands back first on the steel steps. She won't be flying for the rest of the match. Phoenix struggled to stand, her back popping several times. Hurt and dazed, she looked up from her prone position to see the Rev diving after her. No mercy from the Rev. Hurt or not, he will have his prey. And here comes the Rev, Isaiah said. And there goes the Reverend, Ben interrupted. Link catches him from the air, airplane spin, sack of shit over the top rope, leaving Rev in a heap on the apron. Link ran over to Phoenix, helping her stand. By the way she held herself, Link would guess she was in some serious pain. You all right? He asked. Behind you, she managed. Link turned just in time to take a chair to the face from Vindicator. He recoiled, and Vindicator swung the chair toward a still dazed Phoenix. This man's attacking a wounded opponent, Isaiah said. Or not, Ben said. Here comes Duncan. Do not mess with this man's family. Shoulder lock, Isaiah said. What's he trying to do, make him tap? Not likely, Ben said. Scoop slammed to the Vindicator. Duncan just put this man down. Ray Parker's trying to get involved, Isaiah said. If Cody lets him, Ben said. Off the ropes. Double Cody cutter to the face of Ray Parker. Rhodes isn't here to play. Link leapt off the steps, turning to see Bishop charging at him from across the ring. What's Bishop doing? Ben said. You don't just charge at Link like that. At least not without paying for it. Link's ready for it, Isaiah said. Don't know about you, but I just saw a gleam in this man's eye. Here we go, Simone and Spike to Bishop. That'll leave your throat sore for days. Whoa, check the tape. Parker just hit Cody over the head with the chair, Ben said. Rhodes, keep your eye on the game. Cody turns to acknowledge his opponent, only to put his back to the Rev, and takes a suplex for his trouble. It's Cody's turn to kiss the mat. This is a problem, Isaiah said. Cody's now got to keep Parker and Rev busy and has no backup. True, Ben said. Link and Duncan are busy keeping Vindicator and Bishop occupied. Cody fell into the trap they set. He's got to think of a way to get out. Rare for someone to be alone during an 8-man match. God damn, Ben exclaimed. Come on, Ray, why the hell you gotta do him like that? Almost as bad as when Jimmy Uso betrayed his brother Jay Uso. Parker with the lowest blow of them all. Cody isn't getting up from that one anytime soon, Isaiah said. No wonder, Ben said. I've never seen anyone recover fast from a shot to the family jewels. In the ring, Ray and Rev stood over Cody, taunting for the crowd, who were now booing even louder than before. Rev picked up Cody as Ray removed a turnbuckle pad. Oh, Ben said. This'll hurt. Somebody check Phoenix, Isaiah interrupted. From the top rope, diving axe kick to the kidney of the Rev. Rev dropped Cody and collapsed as Phoenix landed behind him. Cody managed to catch the ropes and break his fall. He flipped over the rope, coming down with all the momentum he'd gained before putting it all into a brutal kick to the chest of Ray, sending his opponent flying. There go the ribs, Isaiah said. Cody landed hard on one knee just as the Rev stood. Watch out, Rev, Ben called. German suplex from Phoenix. She's not done, Isaiah said. Arm around the neck of an airborne Rev, lasso from El Paso. Shades of the late great Eddie Guerrero, Ben said. Somebody's a fan of the classics. Hold on, Isaiah said. There goes Duncan off the middle rope. Scorpion kick to the Vindicator. He's not done. Lifts Vindicator up, flips him pile driver to the steel on the outside. Hold on, Ben said. What's going on with Link? Bishop's got him up, drops the neck across the ropes, spin around, F5 to the hero of the wild. Bishop goes for the cover. No, goes for a submission hold. Bishop's got the Kimura lock on Link. Across the ring, Duncan had brought a table into the ring. He kicked the legs out from under one side and ran up it like a ramp, catching Vindicator off the ropes before he could attack Cody from behind. Superplex on Vindicator, Isaiah said. He's gonna go through the table, Ben said. Wait, where'd the second one come from? Probably Phoenix, Isaiah said. The tables are stacked. Phoenix catches Vindicator in midair. Falcon arrow through two tables. Vindicator is out of here. Think they call that a phoenix arrow, Ben said. Either way, Vindicator isn't getting up from that one. Phoenix goes for the cover. Count it. This is now a handicap match, Isaiah said. Maybe not, Ben said. If Bishop can force Link to tap? You kidding, Isaiah said. I've never known this guy to tap. It's up to one of his partners to come to his aid. That may be what's on Cody's mind, Ben said. He's always quick to help a friend. Rhodes with a chair now. Whoa, Isaiah said. That was unnecessary, looking to wrap the chair around the skull of the bishop. That's the hardest chair shot I've ever seen, Ben said. Bishop let Link go as a reflex, as Cody jumped away to burn the momentum he'd gained from his long sprint. Bishop stood, clearly dazed. Sorry, Cody said, chair still in hand. Did I ruin your moment? Link came up fast, lifting Bishop by the throat. I've never seen Link do that, Ben said. What's he? Choke slam, Isaiah called. Choke slam onto the steps. Link glanced toward Cody. Thanks, Rhodes, he said. Cody allowed himself a grin. He turned to see Duncan waiting about 10 feet behind him. Cody tossed the chair like a frisbee, and Duncan caught it. I'll handle the rev, Duncan said. Bishop's mine, Link said. Phoenix stepped up. Cody, your dance partner's getting away, she said. Cody spun, seeing a dazed Parker trying to extricate himself from the ropes. Oh, I didn't say he could leave, he said. He took off toward the other side. Cody's after Parker again, Ben said. This can't be good. Catches him out of the ropes, drops the back of the neck across the ropes. Cody's got him by the legs, Isaiah said. What's he thinking? Oh, Ben started, bouncing Ray's face off the exposed turnbuckle before dumping him over the top rope. Isaiah laughed. Ray took that pad off to use it on Cody earlier, he said. Looks like the tables have turned. Rhodes isn't through yet, Ben said, stalking after Ray like a predator smelling blood. He's got him up, Isaiah said. Spike DDT off the apron onto our table. Cody vaulted down to land near them. This may be it, Ben said. Parker can't get up. Here we go, Isaiah said. Crossroads! Crossroads through the announce table. Rhodes into the cover. Parker's out, Ben said. It's now 2 against 4. Rhodes thinks to grab a second chair from under the ring before heading back up, Isaiah said. Can't say it's a bad move. Uh-oh, Ben said. Somebody stop Bishop. Suplex to Phoenix, dropping her back first on steel for the second time tonight. What happened there? Isaiah said. Guess he caught her stargazing, Ben quipped. Here comes Duncan, Isaiah said. Seriously, how many times do these boys need to be told not to mess with Duncan's family? Tosses Bishop into the ropes. Clothesline, Ben said. There go the ribs. Catches Bishop out of the clothesline as Cody sets up his chair near him. Tilt-a-whirl slam on the chair. Duncan's got him up, Ben said. Stunner on the chair? That'll do ya, Isaiah said. Duncan goes for the cover. Parker's out, Ben said. It's now 2 against 4. Rhodes thinks to grab a second chair from under the ring before heading back up, Isaiah said. Can't say it's a bad move. Uh-oh, Ben said. Somebody stop Bishop. Suplex to Phoenix, dropping her back first on steel for the second time tonight. What happened there? Isaiah said. Guess he caught her stargazing, Ben quipped. Here comes Duncan, Isaiah said. Seriously, how many times do these boys need to be told not to mess with Duncan's family? Tosses Bishop into the ropes. Clothesline, Ben said. There go the ribs. Catches Bishop out of the clothesline as Cody sets up his chair near him. Tilt-a-whirl slam on the chair. Duncan's got him up, Ben said. Stunner on the chair? That'll do ya, Isaiah said. Duncan goes for the cover. The Rev's the only one left, Ben said. But Phoenix may be out of commission. Link hurried over to Phoenix as she attempted to push herself up. He caught her by the shoulders, hauling her up. She staggered, catching the ropes to avoid falling. Link rested a hand on her shoulder. "You've done more than enough tonight," he said. "We'll handle the rest." "For sure," Isaiah said. The second drop must have aggravated her earlier injury. "Someone tell Link to look behind him," Ben said. "The Rev off the ropes," attempting what looks to be a frog splash. "Oh," Isaiah called in surprise. "Nobody's home." Link pulled away at the last second by Phoenix. The Rev crashes into the steel steps face first. "He certainly has Link's attention now," Ben said. "Link off the steps. Someone get the brace ready. He just hit him with the neck breaker." Link using the height of the steps to vault to the top rope, Isaiah said. Rev attempts to follow, but Link has no intentions of letting him. Scorpion Death Drop slams the Rev ass first on the steps. "Somebody check Parker," Ben said. "He's not even in the match anymore. What the hell is he doing?" Parker in the ring, this time with the starting bell. He goes right for Cody, who sidesteps. You can't sneak up on the American Nightmare that easily. Rhodes counters the attack, hitting Parker with the bell instead. Ray goes for a submission hold, but Cody slips through easily. Arm around the neck, blunt force trauma. Cody slamming Ray face first into the mat. Cody grabbed the bell, turning to throw it up toward Monty, who caught it. He grabbed a still-downed Ray Parker, throwing him out of the ring. Across the ring, Link waited for the Rev to stand. "Here goes the Rev," Isaiah said. Not sure what he's going for, but Link isn't going to let him. Spinebuster! Link drops the Rev back first on the steps again. "He's going for the cover,"